2009 Nissan Altima steering wheel lock failure. This is a common problem, and the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of the videos that tell you how to bypass this system and get the car to start on YouTube are lacking a couple things, and I'll show you what those are. And I did not have an easy time bypassing this, but a lot of the videos, of course, the steering lock, hopefully if you came to this video, you've already diagnosed that the problem why the car does nothing except have two flashing lights up here and have a lock here, no crank, no power, no nothing, is because the steering wheel lock box has failed. And a lot of the videos tell you to take a screwdriver and push this in really hard, and then the car will power up, and you can, once the car is powered up, you can pull the fuse for this out, which is under the hood, the steering wheel lock fuse. But that didn't work for me, and what I discovered is this is a worm gear system. You can see the gear down there, and that gear pushes this locking plug up and down, and there's a motor, a worm gear motor, and besides there being two switches, so there's a switch here, you can see these three, and there's a micro switch here. So when that plug comes down, it pushes these two switches. But also over here, there's a Hall effect switch. And that Hall effect switch will never get triggered unless you actually rotate this gear. So you can push on this all you want and connect these switches. But the problem is the computer needs to see a certain sequence, which is the way we did this, the way I got this to run. Disconnected the battery in the car. I tore this apart, which was extremely difficult because this is considered a security device. So I tore this apart. I took the worm gear motor out. This motor just plugs in. Once you get the bottom off of this and then take the circuit board out, the motor just unplugs. It's socketed right there. Then what I did is we disconnected the battery in the car first. Then what we did is we rotated this manually so that it was, the plug was all the way forward, meaning the steering wheel was locked. Then we got in connected the battery, got in the car with the key, and then I rotated this all the way back manually. Now when this is rotated forward, the Hall effect sensor is triggered only. When it's rotated all the way back, meaning the steering wheel's unlocked, the two switches are activated and the Hall effect. So the computer needs to see a specific sequence for this to activate the car. So right now, let's see if it's still working. Yes, it's still working. So when you're in lockout mode, you'll have basically this, and you'll have a flashing light here and a flashing light there. Anyway, I just wanted to put a correction to a lot of the YouTube videos that are out there, because I figured out how this worked, and it's not just about taking and pushing that plug in. Now, the fuse is pulled right now, and the car has been reliably starting. But in this case, the customer wants the car to be right, so we've ordered this part. This is about $600, and you buy new breakaway screws, and they're a couple dollars that hold this in. So this is security stuff, and it's not easily defeated. Anyway, thanks for watching. More to come later.